Hello, I'm Ron Jappy, and today is the first in a series of short interviews with key musicians and collaborators from my debut album. So today I'm here with Scott and Euan, so I'll let them both introduce themselves.
Hello, I'm Euan Malloch, and I'm the electric guitar player on Ron's amazing album.
And I am the co-producer with Ron, mixing engineer, recording engineer, bagpiper and whistle player on Ron's album, and my name is Scott Wood.
Nice. Okay, so who do you guys currently play with, bands-wise, musicians-wise?
Currently no one due to
Currently
the
nobody.
coronavirus.
Coronavirus.
I play in a band called Scaryvore, do a lot of touring with them, a band called Celtic Worship, and a band called the Scott Wood Band, and that's how I know Ron really through that from years. So that, and then whoever else will have me basically.
Yeah, I'm pretty much the same. Like at the moment, nothing obviously because of coronavirus. But in the past, I've played with loads of bands and local bands mainly, and a few session things for sort of well-known artists around the UK. That kind of vibe.
Nice.
Who's the big one though?
Who's the big
Alicia?
Alicia Dixon probably. Is
Yeah, just keep that casual to
It's too
yourself.
modest.
Yeah. Nice. So what's your first kind of musical memory, or kind of what got you first into playing music?
I started by having a toy guitar, and I would play the theme tune to Heartbeat.
I loved Heartbeat.
Oh,
That was so
man.
good. Greengrass, Mount Hill. Oh.
What a theme tune. So apparently I used to stand on like the conservatory stairs with this guitar, and honestly I think I had this moment when I was about 16 and I realised, oh wait, that actually wasn't me playing the guitar the whole time. So that's like my earliest musical memory, and I think from there I was like, I just kind of want to perform.
That's amazing, man. That's amazing.
I think in terms of listening to music, I've got a picture of me with a set of headphones like these on when I was like 2, and my mum had a record player, and it was REM, Shiny Happy People.
Oh,
you know
yeah.
that, and you can just see my face. I'm just like, you know, so I'm like, what is this? So from that age, I was always just like, more, give me some more music. And then my dad he loves Scottish disco music, so that was how I got into that. And he just every Friday night would have a sesh basically,
Nice.
an excuse to get drunk and play music, which was great. So I used to just fall asleep in the room and listen to all this great music that was coming down. So that's how I get influenced by Scottish music, and I've always loved it, even though I don't really get a chance to play that much. You know, this is great. You know, I'm usually kind of in the rock and pop stuff, but I've always loved it. So.
Nice, cool. So that kind of links into my next bit quite well, which is good. Who would you say are your kind of main people who have influenced your style of playing or your music that you kind of play now?
Ron Jaffee,
Yes.
number
I was
one.
hoping for that. Yes.
Man, I mean, it's cheesy, but my dad was like the first person that gave me any kind of inspiration to pick an instrument up. So that was it. And then it stemmed. I get inspiration from loads of you guys, everyone I play with. I'm always amazed. I'm just like, wow.
Yeah.
You know, and I'll try and take things from different players, and just try and be appreciative of everyone's talents and stuff like that, and what they bring. You know, because everyone's different. You know. Because sometimes you get sucked into negativity of people going, oh, you can only do that and you can only do this. But I love the fact that, you know, certain people are just amazing at certain things as well.
I love that as well. It's like obviously we've got influences who are famous musicians as well, but there's nothing wrong with saying your pals are your influences as well, you know. I've learned so much about music from you guys and from closer friends, and that's such a good part to say your pals are your influences in life.
Absolutely, yeah.
Big time.
Yeah, good. Have you got a favourite piper that maybe influenced any of your kind of playing style?
Oh, lots. I love loads of pipers. I would say probably like Gordon Duncan and Finlay MacDonald.
Finlay,
Ross and Ali, Fred Morrison, they were all like the guys.
Yeah.
Stephen Blake, all these pipers were kind of the people that I kind of looked up to when I was learning.
Yeah.
Nice.
You got a top 2 guitarists, or like anybody that you'd be like, oh man, I just love him?
Ron Jappy.
Me.
Ron Jappy. Do you know, there's loads of great guitar players. I think on a local level, guys that you guys play with, like David Dunsmuir is
Davey,
man. He's some boy. But on obviously like a famous kind of level, probably inspirational guys like you know, your Jimmy Pages of the world, all these kind of guys that I'm into, like the kind of like dad rock, classic rock stuff. I always love that stuff. But there's so many, you know, different genres, and I've got favourites from each one, so we would literally be here all night if I was telling you that. But I'll go with like the kind of classic rock, like Malcolm Young rhythm stuff and all that kind of thing.
Nice.
Aye.
Class. Okay, right. Let's tell people what's the funniest thing that's happened on a gig. There's got to be a few.
That is always the hardest question.
You think? Because there's so many.
I've done a few.
Yeah.
I think in terms of like mess ups and like stuff going wrong, I was where was it? Gilly Do in Edinburgh. We're just playing a covers gig, and it was the song Journey, and you get to the solo and everyone's waiting for it, and it's like the down 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 down, and I hit my pedals and I'm like, yes, here we go. Guitar falls, like snaps, the strap snaps, and it just goes with all my pedals on, the boost on as loud as you could get, and it just went bang, and then like you could just see this whole crowd just like, oh. So that was like the most embarrassing thing, while I like sheepishly pick up my guitar and feel like, oh god, here we go again. So yeah, don't know if I got a call back after that. Probably didn't. I'm sure.
I've had a good few, probably like crossed wires on stage where you with the bagpipes. I'm quite an animated person, move about quite a lot on stage just by nature, and I've had my cables getting caught with a few people, but there was one time recently when I was out in America, and my pipes are on like a stand behind me, and I went to pick them up, and the cables were just so badly tangled that I couldn't get them up. So like this was this moment where there was just this big pad, and I was going to play this slow thing. I just could not get my pipes off this stand. I'm talking like awkward, like a minute or something like that, of just trying to untangle wires where there's no one. Everyone, the whole band's off the stage, just a keyboard player laying a pad, and me just about to play. That was like, I don't think it was funny, but it was cringe.
Oh God, I know. I've actually got another one as well, which is an absolute belter. It was one of the gigs I was doing. When we were 18, we went on tour with the boy band Westlife, and this was like the big gig. We were like,
Do you have the stills and everything?
Oh no key changes or anything, so we couldn't do that.
We should have got them today.
No, but so I was starting off the gig, and I was only like 17, 18 at this time, and I had like the big stack, and it was like a stadium. It was Plymouth Argyle Stadium, and I was like, oh god, just don't mess up the start, and I started and all that, and I was like, I can't really hear anything, I'm like, but I was trying to like stay cool, and I'm like turning around, and the amp's still on standby, and they've done like the big head. I'm just like, oh my god, and all I could see was this crew guy running like lifesaver, because I was just like, how am I going to get out of this? But there's still the videos there. You can have a laugh. It's called Acetones, but it's just abysmal.
Brilliant. If Westlife done that, the backing track would still go.
Yeah, man.
It'd still sound amazing. But whereas I was just standing there, like, I had like tartan trousers, white glasses, and all that. Just like, oh my god,
amazing.
I know.
That reminds me of a similar time when we played Tuner, Scott, and the battery died in my guitar in the pickup like halfway through the first set. Just like sound engineers pure waving at us from stage, that, and then I had to like play and try and tell somebody that I needed a new battery, and then get it changed like halfway through the set.
Oh
and
man,
stuff.
you've had some disasters.
Yeah, man.
Remember when we did Spayfest and you literally broke? I think it was a 45-minute set.
Right.
It was quite nerve-wracking, but like my wife's brother always reminds me of this. And remember you broke like
three strings. Yeah. Had to borrow guitars for different people and all the time. What's that?
And the one song?
No, over like a few different ones. Yeah,
it
was bad.
It was awkward.
Then there was the time that, remember, I thought I would try and be clever on stage playing at a ceilidh, and I tripped over a monitor and I fractured my elbow. And it was about 5-6 weeks before we were meant to record the Scott Wood Band album, and I was in a cast and all that.
Oh.
I had to send you a photo, and you were like, "Are you kidding me?" On? I was like, "No, it's bad. Carry me far." Like,
No.
really
What did you do?
just decked it in the flare. Like I was going out to call a ceilidh and thought I would try and show off and jump off a stage, and just like tripped over the monitor, just like back foot didn't come up far enough. Just
Did
like
you not
decked it on the flare.
Did you not keep playing the rest of the night?
I
though?
did.
Oh.
So I was like, oh, it's quite sore. It'll be okay. It'll be fine. And then had to go to A&E at like 3 a.m. And the guy was like, yeah, that's broken. And I was like, oh, that's an issue.
Amazing.
Yeah, bad times. Speaking of that, any fun memories of a gig with me? Other than that Spayfest time when I broke loads of strings.
I would describe that as fun.
Nah.
But it was
Memorable.
It was
Let's go with
great,
memorable.
yeah. We had a nice time.
Yeah.
I've had so many good gigs with you, Ron.
Ortiguera was a good one.
Ortiguera and Galicia in Spain. That was incredible.
It's a
when we
great
did
gig,
that.
man.
Well, I think we've had loads of fun, man. Tuner,
Hogmanay Show.
BBC.
It's a great gig as well.
That was
It's a good
cool. I've seen it.
festival. All the stuff in the National Youth Pipe Band that the three of us have
Youth
done
band
together.
stuff,
We've
yeah.
been a good few trips abroad. Switzerland, was it?
Switzerland was one, yeah.
Great fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't pinpoint specific
one.
memories. I think we've just had a great laugh over the years.
Totally, yeah.
Good fun.
Yeah.
It's a nice time this COVID period as well to like reflect on all these memories you've
Totally.
had, because the whole time you're just ploughing on and going to the next gig, but
Yeah,
just
yeah.
having a couple of months to look back on these memories, it's quite nice, isn't it?
We did one in Poland as well that I remember. I think it was just the three of us that did that.
Yeah,
That was
yeah,
good.
That was
Good night out in Krakow.
Yeah.
Aye, vodka and all that.
Aye.
Brilliant. That's recipe for disaster over there, eh?
Yeah.
Brilliant. Sorry, cliches, but aye.
We did it out together as well, didn't we, Ian?
Oh, that was...
No, Scott wasn't there that year, but it was a different year.
That was... What year was that? Like 20...
2 years ago, I think.
2018.
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
fun.
Was.
Nerve-wracking as well, obviously. Big crowd, 'cause it's like, wow.
Mad.
That's
Like,
mad.
you know.
Another one that I was starting the gig, you know, with the thunderstruck, and it just like your fingers just shrink. You're like, oh no.
Because it was so hot on stage because it's in the middle of July, yeah?
Aye.
And just...
It's like 3 a.m. you're playing. Like,
yeah, we played dead late.
Yeah.
I loved it because it didn't actually go. It didn't finish till like what 3 or something in the morning. Like the
Oh, it was
actual
later
gig.
than that, I think. Yeah,
Who was the guys that we watched? You guys don't know the names of the guys.
yeah.
Guy with accordion.
Mike McGoldrick and that played after us, I think, or before
And
us.
Adam Brown.
Oh, Emar. The Emar
Aye.
boys were there the year we were
That
there,
was
yeah.
cool, eh? That was fun.
Yeah. We all had a wild weekend because I think did we not all have to come back to
Aye.
play Kaylee's and that on the Saturday, so we left out together at 4 in the morning to get back to
Aye,
do gigs
3
in
flights.
Scotland,
3
like
flights.
3 flights to
From
try
the
and get
north of
home.
Spain.
Yeah.
Not an easy place to get to.
No. You had any
That's good.
travel disasters coming back for places? Or like mental journeys to get home to do something else? You must have had a few.
We've just had a lot of delays, to be honest with you, like delays and stuff. There's one time actually in March 2019, we're doing a Skerryvore tour in Australia. I think we're there for like 2 weeks, and then we flew home on say the Friday. We had a day in Glasgow, or half a day in Glasgow on the Saturday to do our washing, and then we're back out for a 4-week tour on the Sunday to America. So it was like you're going from like mental time zone shifts, like
Yeah.
going in there. So that was probably like the most crazy tour thing, because you're coming back and you've got to be normal in family life for a day, and then you're back away for 4 weeks again or something. So that was crazy. We've had some snowstorm issues, and the worst one actually probably was COVID. Like we're in America for 2 weeks and we're going to have another 2 weeks of tour, and then just like you have to go home basically. I got a bit of a fright. I was like, I'm going home like ASAP. I was just a bit worried when Trump started closing borders and stuff. So that was probably the scariest one.
Yeah.
But all good now.
Yeah, at least you're back. That's good.
Yeah. You had any crazy, scary moments or?
It's all been like vans breaking down and stuff like that, you know, and you're on your way to the gig and you're not sure if you're going to make the gig. And one of the funny ones was it's not really a major travel thing, but like running on empty, you know, literally you've just put in enough to get you to the gig because you're on a tight budget, you know, and it's like, you're just like, it's rattling on empty and you're just there, you're just like at the last 100 yards to get to the gig. It's like, it'll be fine once we get to the gig, we just need to get to sound check, all this kind of stuff. It's all that kind of Spinal Tap kind of moment. But nothing overly like that, no. I've never had any major travel problems.
Do you remember the time? This also reminds me. We did a 10-day tour in Denmark, and I forgot all my shirts. I just left them all at home. I don't know why. I took all my different clothes, got no
As
shirts.
you can imagine, Ron, it was only a snapback.
Yeah, just that's all I had.
They'll have like 10 snapbacks, but I'll have no
Right,
shirts.
if you remembered all the snapbacks, no shirts.
I had to borrow shirts for you.
Yes, he did. Yeah.
Oh man.
Brilliant.
Yeah, and then the agent took us one as well. She took me a shirt as well. Oh man, bad times. Yeah. Anyway, right. So who sings in the shower? You sing in the shower, surely.
Aye.
He definitely. He's wearing a velvet jacket. A
Yeah,
guy
you definitely sing.
wearing a velvet jacket.
A
He sings
mirror
in the shower.
just so I can look at myself.
Your hair, innit?
No, I actually don't. Do you know, believe it or not, I absolutely hate singing. I don't like my own voice. I know
Right.
it's like, you know that way when you hear yourself, like right now you're hearing yourself and you're
Yeah.
like, who is that guy? That doesn't sound like me. But that's what I feel like every time I hear a bit of singing that I've done, I'm always just like, whoa. So actually it's my tone deaf wife that sings in the shower. So the neighbours absolutely love us.
Does she sing your songs?
No.
No.
No. She knows better.
She's sick of them.
Aye, big time,
What about you, Scott? Would you sing in the shower?
I definitely like a good wee sing in the shower.
Yeah.
Hey.
Depend, if you're feeling happy,
Yeah.
I like a good song in the shower.
Yeah.
Depends what I listen to. I listen to loads of different types of music, so you could diddle away to a few tunes.
Yeah, yeah.
that
What's
you know.
your go-to? What's your...
I'll go to. That's a hard question. I love John Mayer. Love Coldplay.
Yeah.
They're my kind of like popular bands. Yeah, I never got the Radiohead thing. I never really liked them, and then I've started getting into them over lockdown.
Right.
Because a lot of musicians I aspire to really like them, and I was like, okay, I'm going to give it a go, and I've actually got into them quite a lot.
amazing,
Yeah. So, but yeah, oh man, I've got so much So much stuff on this.
Yeah, I'm quite enjoying that Dua Lipa album. That
Oh,
new one,
man.
that's a classic.
I've not even heard it.
It's
Oh,
great,
it's
man.
so good.
So good,
Is it?
man. Yeah.
Oh,
Is this the one that was made for TikTok or something like that? No.
I think, yeah,
Yeah,
pretty much.
I think it was.
Or TikTok's one. Aye, cool.
Yeah.
I'll check it.
It's so good.
It's
It's definitely the lockdown anthem for me.
Yeah,
Like,
it's a
the
good
whole
album.
album. Yeah, it's so good.
It's amazing.
Amazing bass and stuff.
Yeah, it's class.
It's my Friday night sorted.
Yeah,
In the
absolutely.
shower.
Even in the bath if you want. Like, we've got no gigs at the minute, so it's okay. You've got plenty of time.
I know.
So, what do you like to do in your spare time?
I'm absolutely mad for golf. I
You
know
are?
that's like a total kind of not seen as a very rock and roll thing to do is get into golf, but I absolutely love it. I'm terrible. Like I was decent for a bit, and then I'm just
You're
when
a
it's
lot better than me and Ron.
I know,
but
a lot better than
but I
us.
play a lot more. I play like twice a week, and I still hit it in the trees and just can't find my balls and all that. So well, but you know what I mean. So sorry, had to put in a wee.
Wait.
But apart from that, honestly, just it's always just the usual. Just playing guitar as much as I can and try to get better at that. But
No.
it's the same deal with that. It seemed to get worse, but, but aye, dunno.
Scott?
I enjoy a game of golf as well.
Aye.
Me and
Still-
Ron played.
Still not played.
Well,
We need to
me
get
and
a
Ron
match.
played the
We've
other
been
week.
another week, yeah.
Like just in the course right here.
Yeah.
We're in Bishop Briggs right now, and there's a course there, and I think it's closed, but you can kind of just walk on. And instead of flags they've got there, they have like branches, but every hole's got an empty tenants can on top of it.
Yeah.
So someone's went round and had 18 cans of tenants.
Just put them in. It's amazing, man.
That's great.
I like that. I like basketball. I like
Oh,
open
yeah,
water.
you've got a wee hoop out the back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Come round for a wee game, everyone.
Yeah, yeah.
Got some open water swimming vibes. I like that.
Oh,
I
yeah.
enjoy surfing. I just love all things music as well, like recording my own music and stuff as well.
So, who's the most famous person that each of you have met?
Ron Jappy.
Yes.
I think for me, I've got this kind of nostalgic thing with Lorraine Kelly. I met her once doing a piping gig, and
Nice.
I used to watch GMTV with my mum every morning before school. So when I met her, that was like life goal complete.
Class.
Definitely met more famous people, but
Lorraine Kelly.
that's the one that comes to
That's
my mind.
good, man. Like that.
I just keep thinking Bo Selector. But and my belly. No, what was that?
I mean,
Doesn't matter. For
Other,
me,
other than Alicia, for you, obviously,
aye,
And Ron.
and Ron.
and Scott.
That's the big three.
That's the big
That's the
three.
big three. Aye, the probably like for me the one that I was really starstruck with was Anthony Kiedis from Red Hot Chili Peppers. We were doing a gig at Isle of Wight, and we were we opened the sort of main stage for that. So this was our first sort of big time. Oh, we were really excited. Oh, we're gonna get to play this gig. So we got into the backstage area, and and all these guys that are kicking about that are actual rock stars don't care. Like they're just like they're not excited. It's just another day for them. You know, but we were like the wee guys like running about buzzing. So we just seen him walking through the sort of backstage area, so we thought we'd chance it and go and say hello. And we were just totally excited and overly excited, like almost like bouncing towards them, and just be like, "Hey, how you doing?" And we told him who we were, like from Glasgow and all that, and he was just like, "Who?" And like he didn't care at all. But then he was actually giving us the time of day until our lead singer came up at the time. And he's amazed, like a massive fan of him. So he was even worse than we were. And so he came up and he was just like, "Hey, Anthony, can we get a picture?" And he was just like, so cool, just like, "No man, I'm not a picture kind of guy." And they just kind of kept walking, didn't
Good
even
accent,
like
I
say
like that.
bye or anything. He just went, just like zoomed off, and we're like, totally missed opportunity. But I think that's the most famous one that I've been starstruck by.
Wow, nice. I met Euan McGregor once
Alright.
at a festival called Spayfest with your wife Mary at that time. He was backstage after we played. It was not long after he'd done Star Wars, the kind of middle three sequence that he did.
Yeah, because there's Obi-Wan,
Obi-Wan
Ewan
Kenobi.
McGregor.
Boom, boom.
Bup, bup.
Where's Mark? We need him.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. So that was class.
That's cool.
Yeah. Okay, big question now. Big question. Burger or pizza?
Pizza.
Pizza,
Aye.
ham and
That's a
pineapple, Hawaiian.
Oh. Okay. That's bold.
It divides the world.
Straight in there with your
Me
ham
and
and
my
pineapple.
wife Mary had Hawaiian pizza in Hawaii on a honeymoon on the beach, and it was the best thing ever.
Yeah, well, that's fair enough.
That's fair
Yeah.
play. I mean, that's the place to have it.
Yeah,
totally. Yeah.
They actually eat it there because I was like, "There's no way we're getting Hawaiian pizza." I was like, "This is like the tikka masala. It's like Glasgow,
Yeah.
like making a pizza or something." They totally have it in Hawaii. So
Was that amazing?
that was amazing. Yeah.
Wow.
Nice.
What would you have in your pizza?
Mushrooms is my probably favourite. I know it's a bit boring. That and another faux pas is sweet corn. So I like sweet corn on it, and I always get hell for it. 'Cause Julia, my wife, she's got Italian family, so obviously they're just like, no. But no, I don't know.
Does
I'm also
she
just
make
thinking of
pizzas
basic.
at home, Julia?
She's done it a few times, and
Nice.
her mum's got a pizza oven, so we've sometimes go around there, which is amazing.
Class.
But it's just unreal.
Nice.
I love a pizza.
Yeah. If we were to come round for dinner, what would you be cooking for dinner?
Barbecue.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any weather barbecue.
Anyway, the barbecue.
I like steaks on it, spatchcock chicken,
Well, aye.
nice flat chicken,
Fancy.
and some pineapple as well. Some
On a
grilled
barbecue?
pineapple. Yeah, class.
How long do you cook it for? Spatchcock.
I thought you meant-
Spatchcock.
I
Well,
thought you meant the pineapple.
trick is,
Pineapple, aye.
the trick is put it in the oven.
Uh-huh.
I think 180 for like 40 minutes, and then just finish it off like absolutely in a piping hot charcoal barbecue, and it just to give it that flavour at the end.
Sweet.
Peri peri from Tesco.
We need to try that out. The album lunch.
Yeah, man. Just
Album
get
lunch
Scott in the
barbecue.
back with the barbecue.
December.
Yeah. You get your dad at the barbecue. Your dad strikes me as if the kind of guy that loves a barbecue.
Terrible at any other types of cooking. Very good at barbecues.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Big Ian. Is he still making wine?
Still making wine. Yeah.
Class.
He's been making the Christmas production, so we have Christmas presents to give to people.
Great. Class.
Yeah.
Aye, smart
Amazing.
man.
I still have a bottle of wine from your wedding with the logo and all that on it.
Nice.
That's great. Lives on my mantelpiece now.
Yeah.
I bet it's strong. Can you like?
Yeah, it was.
It's,
It was strong, yeah.
one
Going
of
by
my-
Ron's dance moves, it was.
Yeah.
Were you going for
Yep.
it? Nice. Nah, because like obviously I use that into doing like home brews or anything like that. Do you like do beers?
No.
Because like
Not
one of
really,
my friends,
no.
Marcus, he does these homebrew kits, and there was one that we did. Or he did up, and I was a guinea pig for it, and it was like nuclear. You know, it blew my head off. I was absolutely flying after like half a beer.
Yeah.
I don't know what he'd put in it, but it was fun. So I would be into that. I just don't have the patience. Do you want to get all the kits and stuff, or
Yeah,
does he do
yeah.
it himself?
Big production, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
something.
what would you cook if we came round for dinner? You're not allowed to say that Julia would do it because obviously that's a cop out.
Well, aye. She would do it, though.
But she would,
She
you
would do
know.
it, because she knows that she doesn't want to give you food poisoning. I think, I think the only thing I can honestly really cook is like a curry or something like that. Or I could probably make a pizza. Now we've talked about pizzas, probably do a decent enough pizza, but nothing near as good as like a proper Italian guy. But I don't know. I think that would be my specialty, a wee curry or something. Treat you to
Yeah.
that. I'll do that for you.
Nice, a wee curry.
Bring you around when the lockdown's over.
The
you can
lockdown's over, yeah.
Socially distance.
Nice.
We might need to anyway.
Yeah. So, do you guys have a favourite track from my album that we've done together, or that we've worked on, or
I love I love the Gaelic track, the one,
the walking song?
what's it called?
Married and Cured.
Good effort.
So, sorry, Ainsley. I'm going to apologise now because that's probably wrong. But it's right ballpark.
That is definitely, well, from the ones I've not heard them all yet, because
Yeah.
obviously I was only involved in a few, but some, like, those ones I'm like, yes, that's
Yeah.
amazing.
Ewan made that track, man. He
Yeah,
used,
it was good, man.
guitar parts and
Yeah, good
kind
lines.
of effect stuff came in was awesome in that. So
Yeah,
Just
we
turn
did
it
a lot
on.
of kind of production stuff on it as well, didn't we?
yeah. I mean, the bare bones of the iPhone recording from Berkeley was amazing from the start, and then we just kind of had a production vibe that we kind of set on and went for it with huge drums and big guitars, and
Yeah.
you got strings in it and like mad vocal productions as well.
Yeah.
There's like really low layers in the
Yeah.
vocal stuff that's like it's like Ainsley pitched down to like as low as my voice,
Yeah.
and it's really low, like just stuff coming in. It sounds mad, doesn't it, when
Yeah,
you solo it? So
It's really good.
we'll maybe do a production breakdown sometime.
Yeah, man.
That would be cool.
Yeah, it'd be cool.
Yeah,
I really liked the set of reels that we all kind of played on as well.
yeah.
Yeah, it was good. The
Rock
wee guitar
vibes.
solo.
Full energy. Oh, aye.
Yeah.
Can't remember. Hopefully it was good. Who knows?
Yeah.
It was great.
It was great, man. Big pipe outro.
Yeah,
kinda.
that's a fun track. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
long, big track. I remember recording it. It was like
Yeah.
was it 6 minutes?
6.5
long or something
minutes
like that?
long or something.
Of just
Yeah.
like constant tunes.
Yeah.
But it's
Didn't feel long when we played it, though. It was quite odd.
no,
you
it's,
know?
yeah, it's great.
Oh.
It doesn't feel long when you listen to it either, but it's a big big piece of work.
Yeah.
You've put some effort into the album run. There's big tracks.
Yes, there are quite a lot of big
You've not
tracks on
copped out. You've not. You could have taken so many shortcuts, and you've not
it.
taken
No,
one.
do it right or go home.
Yeah.
You know what I
Exactly.
mean? Like,
Amen.
yeah. So, speaking of music, I think we'll take a break from chat for now, and we'll play a wee tune together from our time of playing in the National Youth Pipe Band.
Yes.
So this is a tune called "Lightly Swims the Swan."
Cheers, Ron.